let my followers plan my day in Walt Disney World, this could be a disaster. Hey everybody, it's Molly with Mammoth Club, and I'm here at Disney's Animal Kingdom living out the day that you all planned for me. A few weeks ago, we invited all of our followers, everybody in the Mammoth Club, to join us on a live stream. Thousands of you showed up and you planned my day here at Animal Kingdom. In fact, you picked this park. You also picked this sweet woolly mammoth shirt I ordered off JeffBezos.com after the stream. And we have a bunch of things to do today assigned by you. Things like ride whatever has the shortest wait at certain times, find purple food within the park, certain attractions. I'm really excited about a lot of this, a little nervous about some of these, not sure if I can find all of them, and I'm terrified of the one I'm saving till the end. So, I hope you're ready, I hope you're excited. We got a lot to do, tips and tricks, lots of fun at Animal Kingdom coming your way. Let's get to it. The way our live stream worked is that Max and I prepared a little Mad Lib for our followers, those that were in chat on the stream, to fill out. And it was things like ride whatever at X time, find a snack that's blank in blank. And we had people fill those things out. We also, as another little part of this, thought it'd be fun to come up with 3 extra activities to do. One thing that started with M, another thing that started with A, and another one that started with M, because that's the initials of the founders of Mammoth Club, Molly, Alan, and Max. That's why our name is Mammoth Club. And so I have about 10 things to do, I think, today on this list. We're gonna get it done. One thing on the list was to ride 3 rides alphabetically. I believe this was the A for Alan, was alphabetically ride 3 rides, which I would be happy to do, considering this is my favorite park. I love this park, and I love most of the attractions in it, but we're gonna kick off the alphabetical rides with D for Dinosaur. Dinosaur, one of my favorite attractions here, actually. I feel like Dinosaur doesn't get enough credit at this point because everybody loves things like Flight of Passage and Expedition Everest, and I love those attractions too, but there's just something magical about Dinosaur. You might remember when it was called Countdown to Extinction when it first opened up, and it was a little darker and a little scarier, but it's still dark and scary, and it still makes a lot of children cry, so heads up if you've got little ones. I did a whole video recently about like some of the best kept secrets and backstories and Imagineering details and things about Animal Kingdom attractions, so you can go check that out for some of the best Easter eggs and fun things about this ride if that's of interest to you. I love a good Disney Imagineering detail, you know? Dinosaur has a 40-inch height requirement, but it's the only ride that literally has a warning sign outside to like let you know your kids might be terrified. And I used to work in Dinoland USA on my college program, and trust me, I saw lots of crying children. But it's a delight for those who can face the dinosaurs. Now this attraction, you don't usually need to use Genie Plus. It's an incredibly slow day at Animal Kingdom today. Most things have 5 or 10 minutes wait. Even Flight of Passage, when I was coming into the park, had a 45-minute wait. So that just tells you how quiet it is around here. But this one does tend to vary with the wait more than Flight of Passage, more than Safaris, and more than Navi River Journey. So it's a good one to use Genie on if you're gonna purchase that. But you don't always need Genie Plus here in Animal Kingdom. And this is one you can usually catch under a 30-minute wait. Oh, hello.
But let's not talk about me, let's talk about you. And how you can help me make history today with the Time Rover. It's like this.
I've said it before, I'll say it again, that I think is my favorite pre-show in Disney World. I just love Dr. Grant Seeker. He's like the king of pre-show characters. I mean, maybe some people would say Rod Serling. Some people would probably say Patrick McSorn, but for me, it's all about Dr. Grant Seeker. You know what? I have a feeling that this mission's gonna be different. I have a feeling we're gonna go back in time. We're gonna casually pick up the Iguanodon. We're not gonna run into any unfriendly dinos, and everything will be great. Oh, baby, do I just love that attraction. I think it's so fun. But I would like to add a list to my list of park grievances. Come with me. I love you. And I'm so proud that you not only know all the words to the pre-show, but the actual attraction itself. But I have a secret. No one rides the ride to hear you say all of Dr. Grant Seeker's lines really loud. Loud enough that 2 rows behind me I can hear you, and that's a loud attraction. Again, I'm proud of you. I know that he's gonna say, we're not gonna make it, we're not gonna make it. But you know what? The other guests might not. And I just like, that could be someone else's first time on this ride ever, and now they're hearing you say all the lines, screaming them, not Dr. Grant Seeker. So, you know, save them in your brain. Proud of you for knowing them. We can hang out. We can do the whole thing later if you want to. Definitely not our dino. Right, left, right, left. Evasive maneuvers. Like, I get it. And I'm proud of you that you know all those lines. But, like, let's just remember it's somebody's first time on that attraction ever, and they didn't pay to hear you say the lines. Okay, enough of that. That was my, you know, friendly PSA of the day. Let's continue on our little alphabetical rides thing, and we're headed to Asia, where I also need to find a snack. I have made it to Asia, where I'm gonna do my second of the alphabetical attractions, because if I remember Sesame Street correctly, E comes after D, which means we're doing Expedition Everest Legend of the Forbidden Mountain TM. But whilst I'm in Asia, I'm also looking for our first edible item of the video, because on the Mad Lib, we said find a snack that's blank in blank, and asked people to fill in both an adjective and a location. So it could have been a color, it could have been sticky, it could have been hot, it could have been cold, it could have been wet, sweet, salty, whatever. And then any location in the park. And you guys picked a purple snack in Asia, which actually I don't know what I'm gonna pick. I have a purple snack in mind in Pandora. You've got the Night Blossom. In Dinoland, there's that 50th ice cream sandwich that's got purple sprinkles on it, but like, I don't know what there is to eat in Asia that's purple. We're gonna have to do a little adventuring. Have to get a little creative, I think. Expedition Everest Legend of the Forbidden Mountain TM. One of my favorite rides in all of Walt Disney World. It's just such a great, it's definitely, well, I was gonna say it's my favorite coaster, but then I remembered Cosmic Rewind exists now, so it's tied, I guess. Expedition Everest has a 44-inch height requirement. It's got an 80-foot drop, and you are headed up the Forbidden Mountain to come face-to-face with the legendary Yeti. It's also, hello, the only attraction in Animal Kingdom that has a single rider line, which I'm going to be using right now. Single rider is a third queue in addition to standby and the lightning lane that has you fill in with odd numbered parties to fill all the seats on the train. So you will be separated from your friends and family, but one, if you're like me and you're here alone, it doesn't matter. And two, if you especially want to ride something more than once, it's a great way to be able to do that. It's usually much quicker. As you can see, there's only 2 people in front of me in the single rider line. Everest has a 35-minute wait right now, but that's because it was down earlier for technical issues and it just came back up. It normally does not have, and 35 minutes isn't long, but it normally has a lower line than Flight of Passage and Safaris just because the capacity is much higher. So you can usually get on this one with a pretty decent wait even on a busy day. Is just the best. Okay, gonna start my snack quest because one of my thoughts was a lot of times the gift shops sell like some of the prepackaged snacks. They also sell drinks, but no sodas are purple. But they'll sell things sometimes like the Chippendale Snack Company things. Here we go. Don't see anything purple though. There's pretzels, there's popcorn. None of these lollipops are purple. None of this cotton can't. It's pink and blue. Mini gummies. They're so cute. Look, they're shaped like the characters. Those are not purple. None of these are purple. Even Daisy has like one purple one. I don't think that counts. The sweet sounds of Kate Bush's running up that hill have tickled my ears, and that's because my alarm went off. We gotta check the wait times. Yes, my alarm is running up that hill because, much like Max being awakened from the nightmare with Vecna, it awakes me from sleep to the daytime. So one of the things on the list was ride or do whatever attraction has the lowest wait at X time, and you guys picked specifically 1:23 p.m. So let's look. Looking at the tip board, we have a 20-minute wait at Flight of Passage. What? A 5-minute wait at Dinosaur. A 40-minute wait at Expedition Everest. Show. Tough to Be a Bug, 10 minutes. Cali River Rapids, 30. I'll see you later, unfortunately. Safaris, 15. Navi, 30. Triceratops Spin, 5. Okay, so it looks like I can pick between another round on Dinosaur or Triceratops Spin. You know what? I think we're gonna keep looking for this purple snack, and then I think we're gonna go back and ride Triceratops Spin and double dip it, because not only is that one of the lowest weight things, but also that would complete my trio of alphabetical rides. Not just a hat rack, my friends. Here at the Thirsty River Bar, this is a little snack stand. It does have a full bar, but it also serves some snacks like pretzels and popcorn, Mickey Premium, popcorn, chocolate covered frozen banana. Yeah, none of those things are purple. Lisa, I have a weird question. What color is the frozen ice fall when you make it?
It's going to be that raspberry, red one frozen there.
Do you have anything that's purple?
No, we have grenadines.
Okay.
Like purple.
Yeah. Okay. Can you?
So like if you had, I mean, if you ask for like a Shirley Temple,
yeah,
it's gonna be purple instead of red.
Oh.
So like if you had vodka, we could have grenadine.
Okay. So we could do like a Dirty Shirley, but with, and it would be purple.
Sure.
Okay, let's do that. The sweet bartender at Thirsty River made this for me when I told her I was looking for something purple. She was like, our grenadine's purple, so we could do a Dirty Shirley and put grenadine in it, and that would be purple. And it's a little more mauve than it is real purple. It's also starting to dilute a little bit, but I think it counts. Plus, she was just so nice and wanted to help, so I wasn't gonna be like, no, your purple isn't good enough. And you know what? She made a good drink. I don't normally go for things like Dirty Shirleys because they're too sweet, and it's definitely sweet. It's definitely sweeter than I like drinks. It's also a drink you can get literally anywhere, so I wouldn't recommend getting a Dirty Shirley. That's a Shirley Temple, which is Sprite grenadine, but with vodka. They have signature drinks over there though that are a lot more fun. There's of course a blue margarita. You have to have something with blue curacao at every Disney bar. It's legally required. And they have a couple other more unique cocktails as well as some good beers, including the Excursion IPA, the Kungaloosh that they make exclusive for Disney. So I would stick with one of those, but purple snack, check. Now let's go ride Triceratops. Back again in Dinoland. I actually love this land. I did my college program here. I also think it's one of the best detailed lands in all of Disney, but it's not an obvious theme with the detail, so a lot of people don't like it. Triceratops Spin. I actually worked at this ride on my college program. This is where I worked, here, and the now extinct Primeval World, may it rest in pieces. But when I worked here, the costume was far more offensive. Hello! As you can see now, they just wear this cute like blue and gray outfit. But when I worked here, it was much different. Triceratops Spin is essentially Dumbo with dinosaurs. If you sit in the front row, you go up and down. If you sit in the back row, you control the tilt leaning and forward. Is it a stellar attraction? No, but you need attractions that fill time, and you need attractions for people that are too short to ride the nearby Dinosaur or Expedition Everest. So people dunk on this attraction a lot and say it's terrible, but I just think it serves a purpose, and that purpose is to be a family ride with a low wait. Triceratops Spin check. That finished out the alphabetically ride through rides and clicked off our ride, the thing with the lowest weight at 123. Boom, boom, double whammy. Hello, Cementosaurus. You're looking lovely today. And now headed onward through the park to check off a few more things. We've got some more rides. We've got a couple more snacks. Got a few more things to look for. I need to be looking for, I'm supposed to find personalized merchandise and take a selfie with a cast member whose name starts with an M, an A, or an M. Again, Mammoth, Club, Molly Allen, Max. So I'm supposed to take a selfie with a cast member whose name starts with one of those letters. Should be on the lookout for that too. Ooh, Kite Tails is happening! Oh. Oh, it's so majestic. Oh, Simba. Sorry, I got distracted by Kite Tails. I love it so much. I love it less now that it's not like the full show. When it first debuted, it was like a full show with wait times. It was like a full show with like show times and everything, and it was much longer. And then now they've cut it down to this kind of like a bridge version where they just do like a few minutes of it kind of at random throughout the day. Oh, wow, is it spectacular. Oh man, those puppet kites when they take sail. I love them. I love them so much. They're ridiculous. And I appreciate that. It's just like silly. You know what I mean? Like, it's just silly that there's a 50-foot Mufasa balloon being dragged by jet skiers and crashing into the water. I love it. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The grip strength on those guys that are, and ladies that are holding on to those, incredibly impressive. Okay, y'all, I have a confession. I didn't feel good about the Dirty Shirley. I mean, I felt good, but I felt like it wasn't purple enough. So I kept searching, and I came to the Yak and Yeti Local Foods Cafe, officially called the Anandapur Local Foods Cafe. It's attached to the full-service restaurant Yak and Yeti, which is a Landry's-owned restaurant, so you can use your Landry's Club membership there. But it is an Asian-inspired restaurant, which makes sense considering we're here in Asia. You can get different entrees, such as honey sesame chicken. They do a sweet and sour tempura shrimp. They also do a Kobe beef burger, which is excellent if you're going to do a burger that's not a cheeseburger pod. This is the one I recommend in this park. I remember I have a lot of very fond memories eating here with my family, getting burgers, getting different dishes, egg rolls, etc., and sitting out under the fans here. So I really like this quick service. It's probably my top choice beyond Satuli Canteen and Pandora, but they also are my savior right now for the purple snack. And I asked what the fruit was that comes with the kids' meals, and they said grapes. And I said, what color are the grapes? And she said purple. So for $1, they gave me 2 little bags of grapes, which one, I'm pretty sure the cast member thought I had like a picky child, and that's why I was asking so many questions about fruit. But 2, $1. And I've got a delicious snack of fruit. Is that like the best snack ever? Maybe. I mean, it's certainly not original or interesting, but it's cheap and fruit. So, and most importantly, purple. I'm not saying grapes are a cool Disney snack, but they are purple. They were inexpensive, so you can always ask if you can buy just the sides if you need a snack in a pinch. And now I feel good about this. I feel like this is truly a purple snack. Let's keep going to Africa. Grapes. Does anyone else, when they're visiting Animal Kingdom, just have to like stop and take in the beauty sometimes? This park is so stunningly beautiful. Just the landscape and the detail and the nature, it's just... This is why it's my favorite. Jumbo friends, and welcome to my favorite land in the park. We are in Africa, the village of Harambe. Hello. Hey. This is where you have some phenomenal street entertainment. You've got the Tusker House, you've got Festival of the Lion King, and you've got our next attraction, Kilimanjaro Safaris. I'm supposed to get a personalized item, and they have a bunch of jewelry and hand-carved items right here. I don't know if I can personalize any of these, but how beautiful are some of these earrings? And they actually have African artisans make these. I wish these would count as personalized because they are beautiful. But you know what does count as personalized? This rack of stuff that literally says personalized on it. So before I go jump on Kilimanjaro Safaris, I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these going so that way they can make it while I am on the ride, and then they'll be ready to pick up when I'm done with my safari. Let's see, what should I get? Okay, they have like a classic, just like leather with a little Mickey on it. They have a pink one. I do love the color pink. Oh, they have some character ones too. But I think I found the winner. Look at this one that's Animal Kingdom specific. I gotta get this one. This is an Animal Kingdom video. We're in Animal Kingdom. It's my favorite park. It's got a lion and a giraffe and some elephants and a tree on it. Fabulous. And the Tree of Life, we're gonna get one. We're gonna get my name on it. If the Animal Kingdom logo wasn't your thing, they also have princesses, Mickey, Fab Five, Minnie, different Mickey, Rainbow Mickey. And they also do, if you're not a bracelet person, they do a variety of keychains. And these are all leather, and you can get them stamped with your name. And the reason I'm grabbing this was another one of our Mad Libs was buy something blank. It could have been a color, it could have been under $5, it could have been something Lion King, something with a dog on it, but you guys picked something personalized, which is a very fun choice. Look at my cute bracelet. I think it goes well with my Triceratops Spin Magic Band. How cute is that? After discount, it was about $11. It was $13 before my annual pass discount. She said they could do up to 9 letters on this size. So I got Ma'am Fam. Love it, love it, love it. A very fun take home and not as expensive as you might think to do a personalized Disney bracelet as your souvenir. Okay, now it's time to ride Kilimanjaro Safaris. This is the flagship attraction here at Animal Kingdom. This is that 22-ish minute attraction where you go on the safari and you'll see live animals like lions and giraffes and elephants and rhinos and more. I adore this attraction. It's one of my favorites in all of Walt Disney World. And the reason I'm riding it today was because another of our Mad Lib fill in the blanks was ride this e-ticket attraction. And we gave you all a choice between Flight of Passage, Safaris, Everest, the e-ticket attractions in the park. Now, if you don't know what e-ticket means or where that comes from, when Disneyland and Walt Disney World originally opened, you paid a fee to get in, and then you paid per ride to go on the attractions, and the better attractions cost more, and those were e-tickets. So you had A, B, C, D, E tickets, and the e-tickets cost the most, so those were your best premier top attractions. And even though attractions are not pay per ride anymore, I guess, unless you count fancy rides, e-ticket has just remained in the theme park zeitgeist to mean the best of the best attractions, the most technologically advanced, the most popular, the elite attractions are referred to as e-tickets. I'm lucky to be here on a very slow day. School's back in session. It's the middle of the week. There's not a lot of lines anywhere, so it's going to be a walk-on, I think, for Kilimanjaro Safaris. However, normally this is a very popular attraction. Normally it's one of the longest lines in the park. I recommend doing this ride very first thing in the morning because 1, the lines will be shorter, and 2, the animals are much more active the cooler it is outside. Now, if the morning doesn't sound like your jam, you don't want to get over here and rope drop Kilimanjaro Safaris, maybe you rope drop Flight of Passage, and by the time you get off, the line's too long. I also recommend coming later in the afternoon. People tend to hop out of Animal Kingdom because this park closes the earliest, so the lines all tend to drop in the afternoon. The animals are also a little bit more active in the evening time when it's about to be dinner. They're also very active right after it's rained because they enjoy playing in things like puddles and the water, and it's very, very cute. But this is definitely a very, very popular attraction. If you are using Genie Plus, I recommend booking this one either first or after Navi River Journey if that's on your list as well. Status update. Still waiting to board, and they just announced there's an animal causing chaos. It's an animal's fault. They're in the road. You can't move the trucks. My guess, giraffe or rhino? I'm going to say rhino. Let's see if I'm right. Update again, we're about to board. Turns out I was wrong. It wasn't a giraffe or a rhino. It was the most wild animal of all. Humans. The truck was stuck. But this is why we pack our patient hands, friends. You know it. I know it. It took like 5 minutes. We're good. Safari. First of all, it started a little slow. There weren't a lot of animals out. The lions still weren't out because it's the middle of the day, it's high. But the ostrich was going wild. And like, it was one of the wildest things I've ever seen on safari. He was twirling and dancing and running, and it made me believe that Fantasia is based on true events. She just seemed to be missing her ballet slippers, but that's fine. But bonus, my safari driver's name was Marissa, and one of the other items on the list was find a cast member and take a selfie whose name starts with either M, A, or M. Again, for ma'am, Marissa, Molly, boom, selfie. One more thing down. There are only 2 things left on my list. One, they're both the M's. The M's from ma'am are the 2 things on my list. We have max out an hour on Cali River Rapids, which means I have to ride Cali River Rapids, my least favorite attraction in all of Walt Disney World, as many times as I can in an hour, and enjoy a Manhattan at the Nomad Lounge, one of my favorite things in all of Walt Disney World, the Nomad Lounge. And right now I'm trying to decide which one to do first. Because I hate being wet. That's why I don't like water rides. I hate the feeling of being sticky and wet with wet underwear and wet shoes and everything. So I don't know if I want to get wet and then go sit at the Nomad Lounge. Let's see. Okay, here's the deal. I just checked My Disney Experience, and Cali River Rapids only has a 10-minute wait, which probably means it's a walk-on, which means I'd probably have to ride it like 5 times in an hour. So I'm gonna go to the Nomad Lounge and get a little liquid courage to do this. And hopefully the wait goes up a little bit, so that way I have to do it less times. The Nomad Lounge is, again, truly one of my favorite places in a theme park. It is this beautiful lounge themed to adventures around the world. It's got this gorgeous wraparound porch that overlooks the waterways where you'll actually see the character flotillas go by. There's also a beautiful indoor section with all kinds of adventure quotes. The menu, the drinks, and the light bites are all themed to traveling around the world. It's got some incredible bar food. It's got some incredible drinks, and it just feels like a hidden oasis, like you're not in a theme park when you come and enjoy a few minutes at the Nomad Lounge. Definitely part of a Molly's best day in Animal Kingdom, so I'm very excited this made the list. Nomad Lounge does not take reservations, but there is a walk-up wait list. I recommend if you want to visit the Nomad Lounge, especially on a busier day, that walk-up wait list can fill the capacity, but keep checking back, and sometimes even if it says it's at capacity, click join and it might let you join anyway. Then it will send you a push notification or a text message confirming your wait, and then another one when it's your turn to come back. You've got about 10 minutes to get back to Nomad Lounge to claim your spot, but it's really nice that you don't have to like sit and wait, and you can just go on with your day and then visit when it's your turn. And here it is, my Manhattan, should we say. This is not on the menu, but they do have a full bar, so you can order anything that you'd enjoy. Manhattan, if you're unfamiliar, is rye, whiskey, vermouth, and bitters. It's a very simple cocktail, but I did just learn, I just got off the Disney Dream the other day, and I learned why martinis are served in this style glass. There's actually a few reasons. The first is because Manhattans, or martinis in general, but varieties of martinis are supposed to be cold. So if you hold it by the stem, you keep it chilled as opposed to your fingers warming it up. Same thing with wine. Additionally, you're supposed to sip these drinks because they're very strong. They're mostly liquor. So if you can't like chug out of this glass, it would spill all over you. And third, during Prohibition, these style glasses, if you shatter them on the ground, they will shatter into 1,000 pieces. And that way, if the police raid you, you could shatter it and there'd be left no trace of alcohol. Something like a beer stein isn't going to shatter as much, and some alcohol could remain in the glass. And so then you would get caught and in trouble. But this would shatter completely, leaving a mess, but no trace that you were breaking the law of Prohibition. So, cheers. I do love a Manhattan. I don't like sweet drinks. You probably know that if you're watching. My favorite cocktail is an old fashioned, but I like the Manhattan as well. Now, again, this is not on the menu. They have a bunch of signature drinks. I've tried many of them. They're fabulous. My favorite is the Tempting Tigress, which is their twist on an old-fashioned. And I do recommend if you're coming here to try one of their signature drinks, talk to your server about what you normally drink, and they can find kind of the equivalent with the Nomad twist on it. But, you know, if the rules were I had to get a Manhattan, then I'm not mad about it. Also, the rules didn't say I had to only get a Manhattan. So how could I come to the Nomad Lounge and not get the legendary Nomad Lounge churros? These are house-made churros. They are the best churros in Walt Disney World. I'm not even a churro person, but these are incredible. And A couple weeks ago, they swapped out the sauces. They still have the vanilla cream sauce, but they swapped out the strawberry chili for a coffee sauce, y'all. A coffee sauce. I cannot wait to try this. Very, very excited to have a little Nomad break. I'm gonna try just the coffee sauce first, and then I'm gonna do a little dip. Dip it, double dip. Oh, wow. That is lovely. Definitely tastes like coffee. It's not sweet. I thought it'd be really sweet. It's a slight sweetness, like kind of like my favorites, like a shaky jamaican or something, but it definitely strongly tastes like coffee. I'm double dipping now. The natural bitterness of the coffee is helping curb the sweetness of the vanilla, and these like melt in your mouth. They're so delicious. These are also the only gluten-free churros on property. I think I'd prefer if the strawberry chili and the coffee were the two sauces, because I'm not crazy about the vanilla. It's the least exciting to me, but yum. Heavy sigh, heavy sigh. It is time to cross off the last thing on my list, which was the other M from ma'am, and it was max out an hour on Kali River Rapids. I don't think it's ironic. I don't think it's a coincidence that the word Max is in there, because he is the Chaos Master. And pretty sure he instigated this. But I'm a team player, and you guys were kind of benevolent enough to choose Animal Kingdom as the park for this day. That was the first thing we asked, is which park should I go to, and the people, knowing this is my favorite, I think, sent me to Animal Kingdom. Look at this little duck. Hi, sweet girl. Have some popcorn? I love you. I just love Disney ducks so much. Headed back into Asia. Oh, this ride. I know it sounds like I'm being dramatic, and I guess I am a little bit, but it's just my least favorite ride. You know, everyone has a least favorite ride. And it's just, you know, your least favorite ride might be my favorite ride. It'd be pretty weird if your least favorite Disney ride was Pirates of the Caribbean, the Disneyland version specifically, but you know what, it could be. And you know what, Kali River Rapids might be your favorite ride. And I'm sorry that I said it's my least favorite ride and that I hate it. Except I'm not. I really do. The good news, though. You know, I'm somebody who likes to treat themselves with a little reward when they do something they don't like. You know, when you do like one errand and then you buy yourself something at Target. There's a Joffrey's right here in Asia. When we're done with this hour, we're getting a pumpkin cold brew. Only it's a 10-minute wait right now, which isn't surprising considering Flight of Passage is a 15-minute wait right now. Oh, okay. Here's why I don't like Kali River Rapids. It's a water ride. I hate water rides. I don't like being wet. I don't like wet underwear. I don't like wet shoes and socks. I like being wet is gross. And I'm an adult, and that's how I feel. As a child, I felt very differently. Number two, I think this ride is way too short. It doesn't have a good enough fun to wet ratio, which is how I base things on. Like Jurassic Park River Adventure over at Universal, you get wet, but you know what? You have fun, and you get to see dinosaurs. So I will actually voluntarily ride that ride. This ride, very short. Not fun enough for how wet you can get. Number three, it's a circle raft. There's no telling how wet you can get. There's no like sit in the back and you won't get as wet. No, it's a circle. You have no idea who's gonna get the most wet. It's all up to the Kali gods. And the Kali gods hate me probably because I tell them how much I hate their ride. Number four, there's no big drop. There's no big like spectacular moment. It builds you up like there's gonna be a big drop, and then you just kind of like bloop down a little bit. So it's not as fun. Again, going back to the fun wet ratio. There's a logging theme. You know, I think we can all agree logging is bad. Let's save the planet, but yeah, okay, let's go. I'm just delaying at this point. I guess it's time to put on my patent water outfit. Molly's patented water ride outfit could be yours. It's a steal. It is how much it costs you to buy whatever hat you want and whatever rain jacket you want. My rain jacket is from college, so it's very old, and it's falling apart. and little white flakes get all over me whenever I wear it. And I just ordered a new one from jeffbezos.com. If I like it, I'll let you know. But here we go. All right, the clock starts now. I've set an hour timer, and I'm gonna ride it as many times as I can in an hour. How thrilling for all of us. Cali River Rapids has a 38-inch height requirement. It is Michael Jackson's favorite ride. There's a fun fact. I'll show you proof of that in a queue here in a second. And it, you know what? It does get a long line on a busy day, especially on a hot, busy day. People love to cool off. This is not how I want to cool off with chemical water ride. Water, you know, I would prefer to have a drink at the Nomad Lounge or get a bottle of water or, you know, swim with the crocodiles or something. The one thing I do like about this ride is when you get to the top before the non-existent drop, you do get a lovely view of Everest. So take the wins where I can get them. Oh man. What I will say about Cali River Rapids is the queue is cool, because much like the rest of this park, the detail is absolutely fabulous. There's a pretty heavy-handed anti-logging message, but you know what? I feel like it used to be more intense. Ooh. Slytherin gods, help me not get that wet. We are headed on the Cali Rapids Expeditions to go sightseeing. Much like Expedition Everest, we're going to go through a booking office to get our tickets and our gear and everything. I mean, it is cool. Look at all this old stuff, all these chains and all the equipment. A lot of this, just like at Expedition Everest, was actually brought over from Asia. They like to be as authentic as possible. So yeah, it's amazing, it's detailed, it's wonderful. But it's also a water ride. I don't know what's going on, but there's some kind of delay, and I'm not mad about it. Oh good, we're moving again. Here's a detail I'm obsessed with though. All of the raft names are listed right there, and if you go read the cars, the rafts actually have very cool names. A lot of them are nods to other things and Disney characters. Like, second from the bottom is the Raja Runaround. Raja is Jasmine's tiger in Aladdin. One of them is the Baloo Mayway, Baloo from Jungle Book. So I do like that little nod. Darjeeling Darling. I like to think that's a nod to when Buzz Lightyear, my favorite character, is Mrs. Nesbit.
One minute you're defending the whole galaxy, and suddenly you find yourself sucking down Darjeeling with Marie Antoinette and her little sister.
And in the next room, if you turn around once you walk through the door, the painting right over the door has a gentleman in a red shirt raising his hands. Look closely, he may look familiar. That's Michael Jackson, because this was his favorite ride. Left on the clock. I was gonna walk so slowly and not get in line again, and then these kids in the raft were like, "Can we go again to the cast member?" And she's like, "Let it rip." So now I'm going again. Four times is how many times I could ride it. I almost got away with 3 because I had like 5 minutes left on the clock, and I was going to walk so slowly so I didn't have to get on it again. And then we were about to get out on time 3, and this like very charming dad and his 2 cute kids asked the cast member, like, "Can we ride again?" And the cast member was like, "Sure!" So she set the whole raft on again. So then I did it again. But Then my timer went off on the top of the mountain, and I'm done. Oh my gosh, no way. It's starting to rain right now. Look at those clouds. They're gonna close this ride for weather. 1 minute after I get off of it. I need a coffee. Well, it's monsooning now, but at least I have my favorite coffee, the pumpkin creme brulee cold brew from Joffrey's. And I guess I'm already wet, so. Anyway, thanks for planning my day. If you had fun, let us know down in the comments if you want us to do this again. This is why you should subscribe, join the club. You can be a part of these live streams where we plan things. We do all kinds of fun games. We do Trivia Tuesdays. So make sure to join the club. Thank you guys so much for planning my day. Thank you for following along. Thank you for the support. Until next time, friends, I'm Molly, and it's been mostly magical. Bye.